Hello, my wonderful people. You are welcome to Dicky Code's channel, and this is my first video. And in this video, you're going to know a couple of things that I wished I knew before starting the Java language. If you're watching this video, then you are pretty much lucky. Without wasting much time, let's move on. On the screen, we have a list of things that we'll be talking about. The first one says a program. Yes, we need to know what a program is. Think of a program as a set of instructions that commands the computer. So you'd be like, hey, computer, do this. Distract yourself, like shut down. Let's see something like a virus. Yes, a virus is just a set of instructions that tells the computer to distract itself in any way possible. The computer is capable of doing everything and anything. You just have to know how to command it the right way. So a program is just a set of instructions to command the computer. I hope this is clear. Now let's move on to the next one. Well, the next one says object-oriented. Okay, think of object-oriented programming as a programming model that uses objects rather than functions and logic. So it means that object-oriented programming takes away the plenty logic that you will have to do in using the olden languages such as the C language. It does a lot of logic for you, such as memory management and so on. You are not going to be using a lot of functions and calling those functions in a main function before you could perform a small task or something. It combines everything. It brings together the functions and variables and objects into one class to make it very easy to use and also reusable in so many ways and so many wonderful ways. So that is object-oriented programming. So object-oriented programming is simply a programming module that uses objects rather than functions and logic. I hope you understand. Okay, the next thing we have here is a class. So we are going to talk about what a class is. So let's move on to know what a class is. Okay, you can think of a class as a collection of the data, functions, objects, and even classes itself. Classes can also reside in classes. So it means you collect all these functions that we were using in ancient languages such as the C. You collect them together with the data, which are the variables, into one container and can be carried around the code and reused and easily used. Now, when a programmer creates a class, he or she creates an instance of that class, and that instance is called an object, and that is where we got the object-oriented programming module from. Yes, and all you need to know here is that a class is a collection of objects, data, variables, and functions. If you don't understand these models or these keywords, don't worry. We will be explaining them as we move on. Now, the next on our list is a compiler. So we are going to look at what a compiler is. Think of a compiler as a program or a software that inspects your code. The compiler is responsible for checking to see if you followed all the syntax rules of the code. The syntax rules are how the structure looks like. It checks to see if the programmer followed the structure, typed everything correctly, used the appropriate cases such as names for keywords, meaning if the keyword starts with a smaller letter, you can't change it to uppercase. When you do that, you are going to be flagged an error. So it inspects your code and prompts you to correct every mistake that you have made. So that is the function of the compiler. I hope this is clear together. Now, let's move to what a bytecode is. A bytecode is simply a code that Java produces when you compile your source code. Now, when you compile your source code, the source code is not converted to machine language straight away, because it is not every machine that is compatible with your source code. So the bytecode has to check the machine to see if the source code will be able to run on that machine. If it is able to run on that machine, then it goes ahead. If it is not able to run on that machine, the bytecode will make sure that it translates the source code to suit that machine's machine language. You understand? So the bytecode produces a machine language that supports every machine. So think of bytecode that way. There is this diagram that tries to explain what I was talking about. As you can see, the bytecode is right in the middle. Yes, the bytecode is responsible for checking the machine to see if it is compatible to run the source code or it is not. If it is compatible, then the source code will run. If it is not compatible, then the bytecode will make it compatible. It will translate the source code to make it suit that type of machine. You understand? So the bytecode will help to produce a machine language that will work on that machine which is not compatible. And that is the function of the bytecode. So in this case, we'll say Java does not depend on the type of machine to run. It doesn't matter the type of machine. With the existence of bytecode, the execution will go on. Thank you for watching this video, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share.